With Russia reinforcing its military conscription, how is Ukraine adapting its own mobilization and its defense strategy in response to Russia, sir?
Of course, as I said, in response to Russia, we, of course, searching contacts with our partners. We understand, as I said, that if we stop fighting, there will be no Ukraine. Actually, if Russia stop fighting, there will be no war. It's very clear for Ukraine that we was not aggressor. Russia in 2014 annexed our peninsula Crimea and annexed some part of Donbas. Now they widen their territory of control, and they pose just for future annexation. And as experience
Got your
of
point,
previous
sir. I'll be back again, Mr. Qanah. China has offered to play a constructive role in resolving the war. Given Beijing's close ties with Moscow, what role do you think China could play in helping achieve peace, sir, as soon as possible?
We've seen at the beginning of the crisis there were several initiatives, on top of which the Chinese initiative in reaching political solution. And if we examine the Chinese initiative that was directly linked to the international political perception, and not directly just in solving the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, China played a role that Russia may assisted based on the positive neutrality. And we all know that such a conflict is not a military one, but it is a geopolitical conflict. And China is considered one of the most important pillars of geopolitically, and we should not forget that upon Trump taken to office requested from China to mediate, but we are talking not just the interventions of China to solve the Ukrainian conflict, but we are talking about a new mechanism to move by the world to the unipolarization in the world, into the multipolarization, and this dilemma that correlated with the Biden's administration and now virtually with Trump's. So the issue of recognizing that the world order has shifted similarly, but which does not mean that the United States has lost a lot of the dominations, and we find that the trade equations is on a different role or orientation by the United States, and it is linked, and it's not linked directly with China, but I think talks will be taking place in the beginning, and the solution will be rely on the trilingual equations between USA and Moscow on the future of talks to be directed into the strategic orientations. And we found new pillars started to arise, and some pillars started to disappear, and we found that the EU isn't playing the same role played in the past. And today we have China a multipolarization world, and we've found it's beginning by the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and we found a real activization of the BRICS that will play the geo-economic roles in the future. So we'll find that there is some sort of intention in the US administration as well as inside Europe. And for those who are not find a place in the upcoming equation, as the Chinese role is fostering and the level of the strategic relations by Russia, China wasn't like this in the past, in the modern history. And therefore, the whole world are bracing in the virtually interaction militarily that we have seen in Ukraine in different places. But I think that the international table will be based on the three members and pillars alike